Hello everybody. So I've been tagged by Antique Lens to give my perspective on humanity, and um, they come in the form of 5 questions that I shall give my opinion on. First off, you should check out Antique Lens because she's a fairly new YouTube user, but she makes a lot of good points and good videos, and she doesn't have as many subscribers as she deserves. So I'll post this as a response to her answering these questions. So after you've watched my video, go and watch her video, then go and watch her other videos, and then go and subscribe because she deserves them. More subs. Another intelligent, confident, good-looking woman on YouTube is never a bad thing. Also, before before I heard it out loud, I thought your name was Auntie Quellens, and that never really, obviously doesn't make sense. But then I heard Jess Boundless Eyes say it, who by the way is another confident, intelligent, good-looking woman on YouTube. She said it, and then it looked so obvious. Then this must be one of the quirks I have, where I can never say, or I can never pronounce usernames correctly until I hear them, said properly out loud. But I better start these questions because I've wasted enough time. So, question number 1 is the percentage of couples you think would remain together if all ulterior motives were washed aside. Now, I assume when you mean remain together, you mean until one partner dies or there's an amicable breakup. If so, then I think it's going to be a somewhat low percentage. But then, what constitutes an ulterior motive? What about if someone just falls out of love with their partner? If we're talking about things like that, then people probably would stay together because they would just be happy and content and be like zombies, really, because if all motives were put aside, they would have no reason or inclination to leave the relationship. And I was watching the new Woody Allen film Whatever Works, and the main character, played by Larry David, who is a personal hero of mine and one of the funniest people ever, said some things about love that I tend to agree with. There are some exceptions, he says, but on the whole, love doesn't last and it doesn't conquer all. They're nice sentiments, but they're not very applicable in reality. And the soulmate thing is just idealized nonsense. It infers that there is some sort of higher power out there that has made only one person perfect for you in the entire world, and I just don't buy that. I think you can love a great number of people depending on how you feel at any given time, your situation, and whether you want some kind of relationship. Things just they need to sync up just enough for you to feel a connection to someone, and then depending on the circumstances you could fall in love with them. But then that's just my opinion, I could be wrong. So question number 2, what do you think humans and human society would be like today without the prevalence of religion? Now, I'm not one of these people who think that having no religion means that we'll have world peace. There's still going to be hate and anger and wars in the world. There's just going to be, in my opinion, a lot less of it. People will still find things to fight over, and people will still hate other people without God being there. People are not perfect, so it only stands to reason that there would still be people who do evil things, because there will still be people with a predisposition for things that we consider bad. No matter how much religion is in the world, you're never going to get rid of that. I don't think we've evolved enough to see past our own greed and lust for power to live in a world without war. As sad as it is, as sad as that is to say, I think that's where we are. We haven't gone, too far out of our primitive roots yet. I am a rather pessimistic person, if you couldn't guess. Maybe in the future, we will get past our own, petty differences and, live in a world that's largely at peace. If we ever get that far, but I don't think we will now. But hopefully in the future. Question number 3: what do you think a society devoid of formalized rules would look like? I mean, one word: anarchy. I said this in another video, but one of the reasons that I am more for a bigger government than a smaller one is because I think that the majority of people need to be told what to do by, a powerful organization. That's one of the reasons why I think religion is so prevalent as well, but that's another video. People are selfish, and I think they find meanings in rules and regulations. We are creatures of habits. We need structure. Sure, some people will break the rules, but that's true in any society, and the majority will just accept them and live their lives in adherence to those rules, as long as they don't infringe too much on their personal liberties. Like Antique Lens, I like rules myself. I have a daily routine that I stick with, and quite rigorously, and I like it because it's comfortable and it's safe. And if I deviate from it, I get really quite anxious and stuff. I'm an extreme case, but I think everyone feels that the same way, albeit a lot less than I do. Question 4: a formal outline of your top 5 valued things or principles in life. Most important things for me is me. I know that's selfish, but it's a side effect of depression, and seeing as I suffer from quite severe depression, I am a rather selfish person, but that's fine. It makes you very inwardly focused, so you only really start to care about yourself, or at least you make yourself a higher priority than everyone else, and I'm fine with that. I've made my peace with being selfish. Top 5 things. Next thing would be my mum. She's helped me a huge amount with understanding where I come from, and helping me in when I've been very, very low, and I have been low, very, very low sometimes, and she's helped me through that. Literally I would not be here without her. She's the only person that I trust completely 100%, and that's all I need. I just need one person, and I'm fine. And if I didn't have her, then I honestly I don't know what I would do. This isn't really sort of something that I value, but something that I hold very highly is not wanting to die. I mean, this is something that probably makes me depressed more than anything else, and it scares me the most as well. I know a lot of people, probably everyone's scared about dying, but it really just it's something I can't get around, and I can't get over. I think it's part of the reason why I'm such a recluse, or at least why I stay in as much as I do, is because I'm scared of doing anything just in case something bad happens. I can't get over the fact that something bad could happen, even if it's a low chance. Friends, I think, is very, very important, if I had any, but the closeness that you can have with a friend, and tell them secrets, and have someone to be there for you is a very important thing for me when I have had them. I also love animals as well. I'm a big animal lover. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats at the moment. The animal kingdom is something I'm amazed at. I'm stunned at the beauty of nature. The variety is indescribable. We don't even need to write about science fiction films with big space battles and all different variations of life, when we have them on our own planet. Just have a look at just watch some nature documentaries, and you'll be amazed at some of the things that are on our own planet. So last question: what do you think is the key factor in our humanity, and does it make it better, us better, worse, or just different than all creatures without it? I think our large brains, although some people have smaller brains than others. Creationists. Excuse me. It gives us reason, compassion, empathy, things that are not really found in the animal kingdom. We can see past our evolutionary biological imperative to breed and try and find higher purposes, such as us unraveling the mysteries of the universe. We no longer have to just survive in order to procreate. We can enjoy life. We've set up a huge system where we can work for money and exchange that money for things that we want, and we can enjoy life without worrying all the time that we're going to be picked off by larger prey. Yeah, so that's my answers. And by the way, I do think there are good people out there, or else I would not be making these videos, and or else I wouldn't talk to anyone. So I haven't lost all hope yet. So yeah, that's about it. I better leave this now. It's probably gone on far, far too long, and I hope I didn't sound too ignorant about the subjects I was talking about. Cheerio.